The flag of the United States was first mentioned in 1777. Its author was probably Congressman Francis Hopkinson, who was inspired by the flag of the Sons of Liberty. A group of activists protested against the introduction of English customs into the American colonies. The 15 stripes are meant to symbolize the early colonies that took part in these struggles, originally together with 13 stars arranged in a circle. The current form of the flag, which was adopted in 1912, retained the 13 stripes indicating the early member states. However, the number of stars increased with the accession of new members from 13 to 50. The last star was added in 1960 when Hawaii officially became part of the USA. The current flag of the United States consists of 13 horizontal stripes, 7 alternating red and 6 alternating white, and a blue rectangle in the upper left quadrant, inside which are 50 white stars. The 13 stripes symbolize the 13 English colonies that became independent to form the United States. These colonies were New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. The 50 stars represent the 50 states that make up the United States.
To date, the flag has been changed 26 times, as more states joined the country. States were added to the blue quadrant. The last two states to join the United States were Alaska and Hawaii, and consequently, the 15-star design was adopted on 4 July 1916. Significance: the flag of the United States, like most flags around the world, has a special significance because its design has so much to do with the values and ideology that the country itself wants to reflect. The flag is also known as the Stars and Stripes, Old Glory, and the Star-Spangled Banner, and represent not only the government of the country but also the ideology on which American society is founded. Symbology: white represents the purity and innocence of the American people. Red is the color that reflects the courage and bravery that the country has. Blue: this color is a symbol of justice and perseverance.
Code of respect for the flag. The flag should never be thrown over anyone or anything. It should never be used on a table or as a curtain. It should not be used for decoration, as there are already striped banners for that purpose. It might not be altered with different messages or designs that tarnish its essential symbology. It should always be placed on the right hand. If it is placed with other flags, the US flag should be in the center and raised above the others.
Hello, how are you? What about if we go to the Statue of Liberty and distract ourselves for a while?
I love the idea, come on.
What a good idea.
Yes, sure, let's go.
I'm going. What a great view.
I did some research of her. It's also the freedom that illuminates the world. Known as the Statue of Liberty, it is of the most famous monuments in New York, the United States, and around the world. It is located of Liberty Island, south of Manhattan Island, next to the mouth of Hudson River and near Ellis Island. Built in September 1875 and 1886, and by the builders Frederick August Bartlett, Richard Morris Hunt.
Wow, quite interesting.
History of the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the United States for the centenary of the independence on July 4.
The poster appeared in 1917 Flock's drawing of Uncle Sam was originally published on 6 July 1916 on the front cover of the Leslie Weekly, accompanied by the phrase, "What are you doing to get ready?" There are different theories about the origin of Uncle Sam, with the official US government version tells of a butcher named Salmon Wilson, who delivered food baked in barrels to soldiers from the town of Troy, New York, during the Anglo-American War of 1812. Wilson was nicknamed Uncle Sam and used to mark the barrels with his initial US, which became confused with United States. This is how Uncle Sam became a symbol for the country. The idea of Uncle Sam pointing his finger and uttering the blue message was inspired by a British poster which showed a British Secretary of State of War Herbert Kitchener, in which the propaganda image was also intended to attract more soldiers to the British military force. The Uncle Sam poster was probably the most famous poster in the world.
September 13 is celebrated in the United States as Uncle Sam Day. Uncle Sam is a character with white hair and beard, dressed in a suit with colors similar to the United States flag. Therefore, he is the national personification of the government. In 1961, Congress recognized Samuel Wilson of Troy, New York, as the creator of this famous American symbol. Historically, the first graphic illustration of Uncle Sam dates back to 1852. The New York Lantern published an editorial cartoon entitled "Rising the Wind," or both sides of the story, criticizing U.S. shipping policy. Uncle Sam had a big hat and striped pants stood to one side and looking on. To the USA Congress, the figure represents the pride, strength, and freedom of the American people. While showing him a copy of the poster, Flav confessed to the President Franklin Delano that to save money he had been his own model at the time he drew the new Uncle Sam. Then the President congratulated him for his ingenuity and inspiring himself from hearing a model. The Library of Congress reported of its website. Thanks for listening to the famous story of Uncle Sam. Bye!
It is one of the most important holidays in Christianity, celebrated on December 25. In some of these traditions, it is all celebrated on the 24th, called Christmas Eve. There are many theories of origins. They say that is because of the birth of Jesus. The day of his birth is not recorded. And let's go to the fun part. Christmas is a time very loved by children and adults. Almost 2 billion people distributed in 162 countries around the world have the Christmas spirit. The most beloved and popular character of this celebration is Saint Nicholas. Now in the 21st century, they call him Santa Claus, or in Latin America, Papa Noel. Legend has it that Saint Nicholas was seen on December 6, 1810. He was seen as an ordinary person, nothing like normal, but with the difference that he was charitable and making gifts to people, but instead the most illegal was possible. If at this time he would be in jail for trespassing. Now people share the happiest time of year as a family, just for the fact that everyone gives each other gifts pretending that Santa Claus gave them. We were so innocent. Okay, thanks.